Hello, guys. I just want to share to you this programming exam for C++ developers. Okay, in this video, we're going to examine this C++ exam. This might come out, or similar problem might come out in exams when you're in college, university, or maybe you're facing the same problem when you're working in an IT company, or maybe when you're applying for a job and part of the process is for you to take the exam. Okay, so this exam doesn't target any particular platform. So this will run in any platform: Unix, Linux, Windows, doesn't matter. Okay, so it's a C plus, though it's a C plus plus exam. It doesn't have any class, but it uses struct instead because it's not really that big. And the exam concentrates more on the problem and algorithm, solving the problem, analyzing the problem, evaluating your options on what approach to use, and coming up with an algorithm solution to solve the problem. Okay, so let's start. Programming. The programming problem will concentrate more on your problem solving skills in C++. Okay, so we're not going to use any other language but C++. You will provide the necessary code to complete the implementation of struct index constructor below. So we're going to work with struct index. Okay. Constructor. So struct index has its own constructor. I think my grammar is wrong, but don't worry about the grammar too much. Let's concentrate on the problem. Okay. So what is the program all about? It's very simple and straightforward. So the program below asks the user to enter a word, input word. So it could be a string, one word string, no spaces. So those are the assumptions, of course. So you just type series of characters, no spaces. It's just a word. So, and then you press enter. For example, dog, bark, okay, or eat, okay. And this only this checks if that word is in the dictionary or not. So the dictionary code that is referred here is just an array of strings, verb list. The identifier used is verb list and is declared as an array of string. Okay. I'll show you that, guys. So just to jump directly to the code. Here, verb list. So verb list is an array of string with the size of 99. Actually, it's not 999. Sorry, it's correct. 999. Okay, that means we have a lot of words assigned here in initialization. So as we declared verb list, we also assigned this 999 strings separated by comma, all enclosed in double quotes. So assuming that we already have all the words here, I don't have to write them all. Zoom up to the last word, zoom, A to Z. Of course, there's there's a lot of word involved, um, verbs that are included in the dictionary verb list. Like in A, there's argue, assort, assert, attend, and for B, there is dot, bear, um, befall, begin, behave, and then for C, complain, complete, conclude, etc. Okay, so that is what it holds. Okay, for simplicity purpose, we're not going to write everything here. Okay, let's go back to the problem. The program below asks the user to enter a word, checks if the word is in the dictionary, array verb list. If found, the output will be declared. The output will declare that the word entered is a verb. Otherwise, it's not. Please refer to the given code below. So I declared a string, verb word. Oh, sorry. Verb word. Put input word. Okay. Okay. Forgive me for this typo. So it should be input word, semicolon. That's how you declare string. Okay. I know there's no std colon. So it is assumed in this program that we are using namespace std already. So we don't have to type anymore std colon colon before string. So we can just directly type string cout cin, okay, for all std. After declaring a string input word, we're going to print into the monitor. It's called console output. Enter a word colon. Then it will wait for the user to input. So the user will enter a word in the keyboard. For example, yell, Y-E-L-L, and then press enter. That string yell will be the value of input word. It goes to this string variable, cin. Next, if statement checks if input word is a verb. Is verb input word. If is verb returns true, then it will print yell is a verb. If yell is not found in the list of or in the dictionary, yell is not a verb. So that is the output. And then terminates the program. So it's a very simple program. Enter a word, checks if the word is in the list dictionary. If it's found there, it will assume or declare that this word is a verb, because in the dictionary we have the complete list of verb. I know there's a lot of very technical verb in English, but we're just going to include the basic verb English words. Oh. If it's not found, if the input is not found in one of these words strings, the program will declare that it's not a verb. Okay. Now, let's continue reading the documentation first of the problem. The verb list array, or the dictionary verb list, is an array with a size of 999 strings. It is also initialized to all the verb words in English. Well, only the basic words. Example, from A to Z, abash to zoom. Okay. Now, let's go to the isVerb function, because we use isVerb. IsVerb is not a predefined function. Predefined means it's not built into the C language that you can right away use it. This is a user-defined function. Okay, so in this program, we will define this function. What does it do? The function bool is verb string s. It returns a boolean and it accepts a string. It is used to find input word in the dictionary. If the parameter passed is found in the dictionary, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Which exactly what happened in the evaluation. However, compare the word to all the words in the dictionary, 999 words, remember? That is very slow. So, remember, if I entered yell, yell is located at the almost the last part of the array, because it's the second to the last letter of the alphabet, right? Yell, X, Y, Z. And the verb list is in alphabetical order. A, all the A words, B, followed by all the B words. Like, we have like 43 A's. These are the index range. 43 words that are A, starting with A. 50 words starting with B. 119 words starting with C. 60 words starting with D, 31 for E, 45 for F. There's 191 S. There's only 4 for Q. And for Y, there's 3 only. 3Y. For Z, there's only 2 words. For a total of 999 words. Okay. So we also use this index range array an array of integer. How many? Size of 26, because we have 26 characters, and it holds the number of words for each character, where the starting letter of the word is the group of the character. So this character group is A. So all the words starting with A will be here. Okay, so we have 999 verb words, and that is located at array location 0 up to array location 998, for a total of 999 words. Verb list. So here's an example. In this example, let's enter this. Make it more clear. Input yell. This verb function will only check and compare inputs to the words in the dictionary, starting with Y. So this verb does not compare the input yell from A to Z. It will only compare yell to the words in the dictionary starting with Y. Okay. In the verb list, if you can remember, index range keeps track of the number of words per character. How many Y words do we have in the dictionary? We only have 3. Right? That is from array location 994 to 996. I guess. Let's go back. Okay, so it will only compare to these 3 words: young, yell, yield. If it finds the word yell in the list, which is true, because this is the 3 words in the dictionary, it finds the match. Input yell is equal to the word in the dictionary, yell. Since input will be found in the dictionary, is verb will return true. If it returns true, what does it do? This will then display the output. Yell is a verb. Remember this. Yell. The input word. Input word is a verb. So, if this is true, it executes this and skips the else part. Return. Ends the program. If this is false, it goes to the else part, jumps to the else part, executes this, and then return. Since it's true, it only executes this part and then jumps skips the else part and then jumps. All right. Verb index. What is a verb index? This is an instance of struct. Index. Struct index. We'll study struct index later. Is an instance. Verb index is an instance. When you say instance, struct index is the definition. And if we declare verb index of type struct index, verb index is the instance, the variable that we can use in the program. What is it used for? This is used by isVerb function to get the array index of words in the dictionary that starts with a letter similar to the input. In our example, Y, yell, the starting letter is Y. So what is the array location of Y in the verb list? Who provides that array location? It's the verb index. Verb index knows the array locations. If the input is yell, then verb index will use the key Y. Okay. It introduced the word key. So this means verb index use a key mapping structure. Okay. If the input is yell, then the verb index will use the key Y. If the key is Y, the starting and ending array index will look like this. Start Y, the value is 994. That's the array location of the first word that starts with Y. And end Y has a value 996. This is the array location of the last word that starts with Y in the dictionary. So the first word is yawn. The array location of yawn is 994. The last word is yield. The array location of yield is 996. So what it does, instead of finding yell, the input yell, instead of finding yell from A to Z, okay, starting array location of dictionary, A, what is A? Abash, abate, abide. So it will all result to false. Yell, is yell equal to abash? False. Is yell equal to abate? False. It will do that to the rest of the A's. There's like so many A's in the dictionary. And then B, it's in alphabetical order. The next comparisons will be, is yell equal to bang? Is yell equal to banish? Bash, butt, bear? It will all result to false until it reaches C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. When it reaches Y, it will compare to yawn, false. Is yell equal to yell? True. When it finds the match, that ends the comparison, the loop. Looping comparison. So, of course, we're going to use loop here. But instead of comparing from A to Z, With the help of verb index, we can compare yell, the input yell, to letters, words yawn, yell, and yield only, not the entire dictionary A to Z. So it's a big help, right? It's a very fast way of finding a word in the array of strings. The array of strings, remember, the array of string has a size of 999 words. Okay. What is index range? So index range, you already know what index range is. I already showed you this. So index range is an array of integer that holds all the counts of how many words starts with a particular character. For example, character A, there's like 43 words in the dictionary starts with A. There's 50 words in the dictionary starts with B, so on and so forth. And there's only 3 for Y, there's only 2 for Z. That's what is index range array is. Index range holds the number of words for every group in the dictionary. The first group is composed of 43 words, all starting with letter A. The second group is 50 words, all starting with letter B, so on and so forth. As you can see, all words starting with the letter Y are only 3. Yawn, yell, yield. The index range holds 26 integers, which represents all the group sizes in the alphabet, A to Z. If you sum up all these integers, 43 words in letter A, 53 words in letter B, and so on and so forth, okay, it's going to be equal to the total size of the dictionary. Verb list size 999. Not 998, it's 999. The last location of the array is 998, but 99, sorry for that. Okay. For the sake of the exam, this exam, we are trying to explain what index range is. So I want to show all the values, 43, 50, okay, in the array. So it's hard coded, right? Okay. This is hard coded. Index range, hard coded. I manually wrote 43. The proper way to do this actually is to count the number of words that starts with A in verb list and then assign it to index range. So if you count abash, abate, abide, that's 3, absorb, that's 4, you come up with 43 words that is assigned to index range. And then B, you get 50 assigned. In that way, if I removed abash, for example, I discovered that abash is not actually a verb, so I removed that. Okay, so I adjust this as well. This will be manual, you cannot do anything about this. Okay. Then, since we're not hard coding these numbers, we're using a loop to count all the A's here. We don't have to change anything here. We're not going to make mistakes. So it automatically counts the number of words and assign it to this array. Okay. So that is the one of the notes that you need to be aware of. So for the sake of the exam, I did not use a loop because I want to show the numbers, the actual numbers, while I'm explaining where it's used for. Struct index. Soon we're gonna, maybe in another video, we're gonna answer this. We're gonna explain the answer. I'm gonna show you as well the loop that counts the words instead of hard coding it. Okay. For the meantime, let's carry on. What is index? Remember, verb index is an instance of struct index. Now we're in this portion where defining what struct index is. So it's the same as what verb index is. So verb index, remember, was used to hold the array coordinates of all the start and end letters for each in the alphabet. For A, it starts from 0, array location 0 to array location 42. For B, it starts with array location 43, 2 plus 50 minus 1. Something like that. So where do we put those coordinates? We put those coordinates inside a map. This is how it's defined. This struct defines two member fields, start and end. So it has two member fields, start and end. Both field or variable is a map definition which accepts a character key and integer value. If you will remember, a map definition is like if you assign a character to this map, start character, a key. What is the key? In this definition, the key should be a character, so this will represent the characters from A to Z. And then it will have a corresponding value. So if I said start character A, what is the coordinate? So this holds the coordinate. Start A, what is the coordinate? And A, what is the coordinate? So every character, for example A, will have its own start and end coordinate. No, not coordinate, array location, index. Because we need to know where in verb list all the letters starting with A starts. It starts from array location 0, ends with from array location 42. Same with start Y, end Y. What is the coordinate of start Y and end Y? So start Y will be at array location 994, and it has 3 words only, right? So 994, first word letter Y, which is yawn, and then yell 99, located at array location 995, and then yield located at array location 996. So it's 994, 995, and 996. Start Y holds the value 994, and start and sorry, start y holds the value array location 994, and end y holds the array location 996. Okay, I know it's a little confusing. You will you will understand later. Just bear with me and continue with this problem. This is the verb index instance. And then we define the struct index, which has two fields, the start and end. Start holds all the starting array locations of A, B, C, D, E, up to Z, and end holds all the array locations that for the words that end with that starts with array letters A to Z. And what is the end of that array location? The end of the range, because for example, for Y, it's located at range 994. Start Y is 994, end Y is 996. Start A is located at 0, and end A is located at 42. How did I know that? That is the assumptions that was given by the verb list. Okay? Assume that verb list is an array. Is assigned 999 strings. This declaration. So a bash, a bait, a byte, absorb. Okay. There's like 999 words of, I don't know. There's like 43 words starting with letter A. Okay. That's just an assumption. Okay. Now, let's go back to the problem. Both field start and end should be initialized by giving it correct key value pair assignments. Start with will hold 26 keys from A to Z. Okay. So start will hold 26 keys. Start A, first key, B, second key, C, third key, D, start D, third, fourth key, start E, fifth key, and so on and so forth up to start Z, 26th key. All these keys will have values. Start A has a value 0, B has a value 43, etc. and so on until it reaches start Y 994, start Z 997. So the starting array location of Z is 997. There's only 2 Z words in the dictionary, so it follows that that is array location 997 and 998. So NZ is 998. So if start has 26 keys, how many keys does end has? It also has 26 keys. because all starting array locations should have their own end array locations, A to Z as well. Okay. So in this example, I assigned the values manually. Again, for the sake of explaining what it's used for, I'm doing this hard coding statements. I'm showing the hard coded statements, but in reality, we're not supposed to hard code this, but instead use a loop. Of course, writing them manually, hard coded, is very long. Guess what? The actual problem in this programming exercise is providing the code that assigns this through a loop, using a loop. Maybe that is the problem. Let's see. Let's continue. Okay. The let array. What is the let array? The let array is very easy. It's just a array of. It's just an array of characters. How big? 26. Because we have 26 letters in the alphabet, right? So A, B, C, Z, up to Z. So what is it used for? Use let array to assign the keys of the map. Remember, we used characters as the key in the map and integer as the values. That's why we have car int. Car, the first data type is the key and the value is the integer. The key is character, the value is integer. Okay. So instead of writing the letter A, instead we'll use let array. Okay. If you can remember, where is it? Alright, let array. Let 0 points to character A. Let 1 points to character B. Let 25 character Z. Okay? So let 0 is A. We assign the value 0. Of course, we're not going to hard code this 0 and this 0. We also need to use a variable that automatically computes the array locations here and the value here for start and end. So in this example, map start let 0 is assigned a value 0. So it means the starting index location for key let 0, which is A, is assigned a value 0. So the start location with the key value A is assigned a value 0. Next, and let 24. So the end index location for key let 4. What is key let 4? Sorry, this is again wrong. 24. Key let 24. Let 24 is Y. Remember? This is 25. This is 24. It is Y. What do we assign this Y? Remember, it's the end of the word list starting with I. It is assigned 996. Remember, it starts from 994, yawn, 995, yell, and then 996, yield. Now, the problem, finally, the index constructor will be responsible for initializing the map start and map end so that they hold the correct key value pair for all character keys A to Z. Now, the exercise is write the implementation for the constructor struct index. So remember, this is the struct index. Struct index has two fields, start and end. We have to fill this with values, with keys A to Z, and this the corresponding integer array locations in the dictionary. Starting array locations, and for end, we will assign all the keys A to Z with all the ending array locations in the dictionary. So we have a constructor here. The intention is when we declare the index, it will automatically run the constructor, right? So when it runs the constructor, it will initialize start and end so that it holds already the coordinates, the correct coordinates for all the words in the dictionary from A to Z, starting and ending coordinates from A to Z. We write the code here. Here's the definition. Constructor to initialize the mapping key pair assignments. So what should be the code here? That is the problem, guys. So what I'm expecting to see here is a loop statement that uses let and doesn't use verb list, but uses also this indexed yeah, or should it use the index? No. Not yet. So it will, instead of using the index range is the parameter range. Okay. Using range, the parameter index, we are able to provide the code here. Looping statement, assuming that in the is verb we declared verb index and the parameters index range, right? So that means this parameter is index range. So use the index range, use the let in your for loop. Now I'm going to share this code, this exam, in the comments about in the information, the description of this video. All right. Let me know in the comments how difficult this problem is. I know this is going to be easy for others or for the most of you guys. Some of you maybe have already left the video because of boredom, because this is actually for those who are only interested in learning C programming, who wants to improve their problem solving skills. Thank you very much and have a great day.